Good evening, and welcome to another live stream with me, Edward from Games and Tea, and I'm joined, huzzah, by a full team today! Finally, a full team! It's been a long time I had a full team, but I've got a full team today! It's amazing. I'm so looking forward to today now. How you doing, gents?
Wonderful.
Well, fine. I was looking forward to today.
How are y'all doing?
I am doing wonderful. And again, I've also been looking forward to today. I've just shared music with you so that you guys actually have some background. Please do let me know if it's too loud or too quiet, and I will adjust accordingly. Also, for you guys at home, please do let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. If I, myself, or my players are either too loud or too quiet, or can be adjusted in any way, please let me know, and I will try and do my best to adjust accordingly. Also, just getting on with the announcements while it's in my head. Next week on Thursday, I will be streaming at more D&D with my Thursday lot. On Sunday, also more D&D, as well as possibly other bits and pieces. Watch this space for the channel. Watch this space on the channel because it is holiday time, so there's no schedule right now. So just watch this space. Keep an eye on the notifications on Twitch and all that for when I go live. So see you there. The miniatures that you can see scattered around the screen in front of you, as well as bits and pieces that we're popping up underneath me, have all been made in Heroforge, and we thank them very, very kindly for allowing us to use these images in our stream today. The virtual tabletop toys that we use is Fantasy Grounds Unity, which is an awesome tabletop virtual tabletop that is designed for this kind of thing. So thank you very much for using that. And the music, which you can hear going off in the background, is from Sirenscape, tabletopaudio.com, Ian Grimm, FelicityStudios.com, and Alexander Nakarada from Serpent Sound Studios. So many thanks to them for providing us with some royalty-free music to allow us to use as backgrounds and provide ambient sound to the world. So many thanks to them. As I also one last thing, channel points. Channel points are a thing in Twitch. In Twitch, underneath in the channel points, you can see various things in which you are able to influence the game in some way. You can get a reroll, you can cast a reroll, and that reroll can be both positive or negative, whichever you like, and it can be done upon myself or any other players around. You can also see that there is a ward and insight check. And that can be for one person or just a general insight check as well, and I would then give a little bit more information as to the world or whatever it is that was involved in that. There is also a reroll and an inspiration, and the inspiration is a very, very specific mechanic that I use in the game. It is, of course, the usual D&D rules for inspiration, but my players are also allowed to use inspiration in order to petition me. To allow them to do a thing that they would not necessarily be allowed to do. My only caveat in that is that it is roleplay related. So, that's enough of me talking. I'm going to let these guys talk for a little bit about themselves. Starting with Jeff from the Twitch channel, Alhantrin. And there are also sound alerts and things as well, which you are allowed to use. Thank you for Marmalade Squeeze and Jeff for being the most annoying, wonderful players in the world and using those sound alerts. Anyway, Jeff, how are you doing, sir? Please tell us a little bit about Luinil for us.
Be glad it's not the gunshot one.
Oh, jeez. I might ban you from every game if you shot that again.
PTSD flashbacks.
Yes, very much so.
But yes, back on track. Luminil is the house druid. He is a weird, fairly unknown creature in Malantar, as in literally unique. I don't think anyone else has ever seen a fairy.
Nope.
And so yeah, he spreads joy and wonder and a tiny little bit of chaos everywhere he goes. He
is nature incarnate. Nature does its thing, and that is what Luinil does.
Oh yes.
And indeed, Luinil is a fairy, and in the world of Manatar, fairies are extremely rare for one reason or another, which has not been revealed in terms of in-world lore. It's quite surprising, really, that the folks of where our players currently reside have somehow managed to get used to the presence of this creature just randomly flying around all the time.
Used.
Yeah, used. He still turns eyes. Anyways, moving on to Chad from the Twitch channel, The Wizard of Dind, or The Wizard D&D, who plays our very serious, very cutthroat rogue with a bit of a heart of gold. How are you doing, sir? Please tell us a little bit about Kairos for us.
I am doing well, thank you. Yes, Kairos Bloodsail, the Sanguine Shadow, formerly a pirate by trade, still a pirate by heart, was marooned on this crazy continent that he found himself on. And while looking around, found himself in this lovely little town where he got mixed up with this crazy group of people. And now he's just trying to keep his shit together.
How is he managing that?
Oh, by lots and lots of dark dealings behind the screen.
Indeed, he has been doing that very much so. Above him to his left, we have Marius, who plays Sam, our kind of lovable rogue tiefling. How are you doing, sir? And please tell us a little bit more about Sam for us.
Hello. Sam is a rogue tiefling, as tieflings do, and he does do the crimes, but when he actually met with Kairos, who is a hardened criminal, he realized he's out of his depth. He's not ready for extortion and arson and maybe do some more hardcore stuff. No, I just want to have a good life, man. I get drunk, but that's another story.
Sam met an actual criminal. I decided it wasn't for him.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to steal everything when it's not nailed down, but I'll steal it like that. Booze doesn't pay for itself.
This is very true. Booze does not pay for itself. And beside him, we have Eric, who plays another tiefling in the form of Darrakir, a tiefling of interesting background, shall we say. One who is... are you there, Eric? Okay,
yes,
cool. Oh, you are there.
I am.
Please do tell us a little bit more about Darrakir for us.
Yes, well, what do you guys already know about Darrakir? He's the tiefling. He seems to be a paladin. He is withdrawn, to understate it a bit, and myself as Eric has heard a lot of lies already about characters with golden hearts and who are very nice and everything. I haven't really experienced that yet, so ready to be surprised.
That's a pretty accurate description of Darrakir. He's a quandary. He's an unknown, and we hope to learn more about him in the future. And finally, beside him, we have Crunchy from the Twitch channel Marmalade Squeeze, who plays our I want to say lovable. He's not. He's definitely He's definitely a lovable dwarf.
He's our local cinnamon roll. What are you telling? What I was saying?
He is our local cinnamon roll, yes, but he is also he's got some secrets. Tell us a little bit about him, please, Crunchy.
Well, Braun is precious cinnamon roll, as was discussed. Master craftsman, now trying to take charge and force the DM to play Business Simulator 2022. So we're going to see how that goes. Other than that, he sometimes uses magic and has discovered that if you combine fire and cold, it makes lightning, which is really interesting. And he hopes he doesn't make too many holes in the flying turtle as he practices. Fire, cold, fire.
Yes, indeed. The barman of the Flying Turtle has certainly had made a couple of comments already in your direction in that regard.
Also,
so yes,
prize chef. That's the last thing.
And a prize chef, yes, quite a good breakfast chef, at least for now. And so we're going to see how much that happens on. Laura Bones, thank you so much for the raid. We are just getting started here. Thank you so much for coming in. Please come in, guys. Sit down, grab a chair, grab a drink, and hopefully we can provide you with some entertainment today. We have literally just started, so you have come in just at the right time. Everybody has just given a brief introduction as to the characters, but we're going to dive straight into the recap for today. The last time we saw our four characters, they had recently dealt with an issue to do with a certain person called William /Evan Dane, who ended up being one of the same and ended up having a certain relationship with an undead or half-dead dragon creature. They managed to subdue /kill said dragon, and that led to some interesting conversations with among the group, as well as an interesting conversation with an otherworldly being by Braun. It was quite nice to see. It was quite nice to discover that the otherworldly being was willing to listen, willing to take a step back to allow Braun to do the thing that he wants to do. Our 5 characters then decided to go off and separate, because they all had various different little tasks that they wanted to complete before they gathered together and then tried to solve the issue of Elderfen. As it was discovered that one of the creatures that was being hurt by this person Evan was a halfling, and she originated from a little town called Elderfen. Sam went off and sold some jewels, sold a very, very pretty silver mirror that was extremely reflective to a jeweler, who the jeweler is hoping to at least flog or perhaps keep. We don't know really what's going to happen to the jeweler after that, so he's probably going to fence it off to somebody else. And decided to write a letter to home, send some money back, and we'll see what goes from there. He met up with Kairos a little bit later on. Kairos, in meanwhile, decides to go and try and find a forger within the Temple of Nox Umbra. Excuse me. Within the Temple of Nox Umbra, in order to acquire some documentation to do with a certain mansion that has now been left empty as on the death of William /Evan. So we'll see how well that is going to go. And Sam and Kairos then met up a little bit later in order to go and just go and have a drink. But while that was happening, they found a certain person watching them, and gave some chase, and discovered that this person had been set to watch Sam. At least that was what they said, by a previous character known to us in the form of Progenitas, who was a monk that Sam. Well, I'm not going to put it in 2 ways. Lied to, and
We had a good friendship. What are you going on about? I liked him.
I'm sure you liked him, but he definitely didn't like you. So he ended up going off and doing his own thing, which you can follow. In a separate one-on-one D&D campaign known as the Journey of Progenitas. While this was happening, Braun decides to go and finally deal with the situation that was happening at his guild, where he found. I have forgotten their name, my apologies. Where he found a compatriot of his, at least not quite able to deal with the current situations, and Braun, being the problem solver that he is, stepped up to the plate and solved all the issues and basically set about the motions in terms of turning the guild over to himself and to his compatriot Daria, I think her name is. As well as also starting up and becoming the profitable business that it once was. While this was happening, Luinol had gone off and decided to do a little bit more sort of exploring of the town, learning a bit more about its people, but had agreed to meet up later with our five heroes. And Darrakir also decided to go off, and he had a few things to research. He was a bit suspect and a bit sort of, well, not suspect, but very much sort of didn't want to say too much. He had things to go and research. He went off and did some deliberate research, and also agreed to meet up with everybody else later on that evening. So we are going to start with Sam and Kairos. You currently having gently dispatched, as it were, or rather told this character of Rosie, as which her name revealed to be was, to go off and stop watching Sam, and to do as her told, and to also accept the bribe that was given to her, which she very grudgingly did. So, and hi, before also we just to carry on. Hi, Malika said yes. Nice haircut, thank you very much. And don't worry, I hope you have good luck with your apartment and stuff.
Very much so.
Sam and Kairos, you're having a wee drink in the tavern. I believe it was the Merchant's Tipple Tavern.
Right, so we're back there. No, not back there. We just went there because it was.
It was the closest. It was the closest tavern available to you both after you had captured Rosie.
And I remember that we are kind of sticking out like a sore thumb because it's a higher class tavern, and
it's very much a highest class tavern, and you are attracting looks. It doesn't take a high passive perception just to glance around and know that you are. There are people that are sort of glancing your direction, but very quickly look away, trying not to look, as it were. But they're looking your direction.
Is there any table with? Are they like all older? Are there some older people in there?
There are some older people, yeah.
Is there like older couples or groups of couples?
This bar was relatively empty when you arrived because it was about midday. Roughly when you arrived, so it wasn't particularly full. And in one corner you do see an older individual, very well dressed, in this black and white ensemble that he's wearing. He definitely looks moneyed, shall we say? And he's trying not to pay any attention to you both.
I'm going to tell Sam. Sam, are you ready to get going now?
Yeah, we can go. Empty my beer, put some money on the table, and just go.
I've got one thing I need to do first.
Yes.
I
wait outside.
I kind of stand up, take a big stretch, do this, flexing the muscles I have that are kind of peering out from underneath my shirt a little bit. Both of them, they're that big. And I walk over kind of nonchalantly, looking at the man in the white and black. Mm-hmm. I capture his eyes.
He is purposely trying not to look at you.
And I am making it very hard to not as I walk up to him.
Yeah.
Kind of look at him. And
eventually he does look up at you when you are practically standing over him. Yes.
I look down at him. I see, and I say it kind of quiet. I look around back and forth really quick. I look at him. I see the secrets that you hold. You need any assistance with these, you can come find me at the Cloak and Dagger. Then I just turn and walk away.
Okay. Spreading some rumors about the
oh my
guy.
lord!
And I don't say it very quietly either. I kind of say it medium tone.
Okay, so at least for those who are within earshot. Okay, cool, fine. Yeah, that's gonna happen. So yeah, you leave a slightly confused, moneyed gentleman behind you, and also a very strange. You get the feeling that these people weren't expecting that.
Yeah, he's surprised, all right. He's got money. He's got lots of secrets, man.
And you head out the door where Sam is waiting for you.
Yes. All right, Sam. So, do you have any business that you need to attend to right now that you need companionship?
I have done the most urgent businesses already. I've sent a letter. I've exchanged some money. I'm actually ready to go.
Excellent.
I wanted to head towards the mansion again. Was that it?
I want to go to the mansion and go digging through all of the offices of both Evan and William.
That's tedious. Can I just beat up somebody and you can read through it?
Oh, I have a feeling that we will have a lot of things to beat up on our way there if we're not careful.
Okay.
It'll be worth
can we
your
take
while, I promise.
Can I take can we get the ferry? He's funny.
Oh yes. Let's find Luanil and bring him along.
Yay!
Right, roll a perception check or an investigation check from the both of you, please, as you go off and start searching for Luanil, who is busy scouring the town for interesting things. Wow.
No, 10.
So Sam, it's you're basically following Kyrus's lead in this, to be honest. But oh God, really? So I just saw what you did, Jeff. I'm kind of worried now. But Kyrus, you do eventually find Luanil, and he's busy doing. What is Luanil doing, Jeff?
Well, it was an accident, but I now have the really funny idea of preparing to ritually cast Skyride.
Skyride?
All right. So yes, you find Luanil. He has taken up residence. I'm going to say Luanil has gone off and found a very, very small temple to the god of Ventulia, who is the god of wind and vengeance within my world. And you're busy. You had gone off and found out a little bit more about this god and the reason why they exist. And I suppose that gave you the inspiration to ritually cast Skyride.
Yes.
And Sam Kyrus, that's where you find Luanil, outside the entrance to this temple, beginning to ritually cast a spell.
Okay.
I just look at him and wait. What kind of spell he's doing?
I wave it with him.
Wait.
Luanil, you do see Kyrus and Sam watching you.
No, I'll just wave back and say, hi guys, I'm a little busy at the moment.
What
What
are
do
you
you do?
casting?
I'm casting a spell.
Yeah. The last time you casted a spell out of nowhere, you nearly killed someone.
Nah, he's fine.
Okay. Look around if I see any guards. Do I see any guards around?
You do not see any guards around, but you do see a couple of acolytes dressed in, well, practically nothing, to be honest. And they are watching Luanil from the entrance to the temple. This temple, is it's quite a small version of its temple, but it's it's circular in shape, with pillars all the way around the edges of the circle, which hang between them. My brain has gone to sleep, but they hanging between these pillars are these great sheets of hemp and cotton, etc. That gently sort of flap with this sort of invisible winds. And these two acolytes are, as I said, wearing practically nothing. They are very weathered from their time within the temple, because the temple is an open place, and they're just keeping an eye on whatever Luanil is doing. Luanil, you finished casting the spell.
I just take a step back and get ready to dive behind anything.
I'm
easily done.
on the side, crossing my legs and my arms behind me, just kind of staring intently to see what's going to happen.
What do you skywrite, Luanil?
What it does? You mean?
I know what skywrite does, but what do you do?
I would like to use some of the clouds to write the following sentence, and that sentence is Dorothy knows.
Okay.
Dorothy knows?
Dorothy knows. Okay, yes. So you
It
finish.
seems like a really common name. And it just,
Oh my
it's
God.
so funny.
You.
Are you Faye in real life?
I think he is, to be honest.
Maybe.
Yes, I'm just going to say this happens. Basically, you finished casting the spell, and the acolytes are definitely watching you, and they suddenly realize what you're doing, and quickly glance up at the sky. And Kairos and Sam, you see Luinol finish casting a spell, and this wonderful light green energy extends from his hands upwards into the sky, and you see the clouds there just begin to turn and twist and shape, and form these two words: Dorothea knows.
Dorothea. I glance over at the two priests at the temple to see their response.
They look up at these two words, and their expressions change from "ha" to "what?" And they look back down at the fairy, and begin to they then begin to start making their way down to Luinol.
I'm going to run over to Luinil, grab his hand, and I'll go, "What? Dorothea knows? Dorothea knows! Dorothea knows!" And I grab him and we start running away.
Oh my god. Roll a deception check.
Do I also have to roll for it?
No, you can have advantage.
Oh.
Oh
my god.
Yeah.
Roll again to see if you get a natural 20.
Please,
don't.
please. Oh, it was
Okay, so
It was
the 23 is still really good. So yeah, you start yelling Dorothea knows out into space, and this area was fairly well populated with people, and so people start looking in your direction, and the two of you dash off down the streets.
I'll shout out as we're running, "Beware, Dorothea knows! Dorothea knows! Beware, beware!"
I'm just
Oh my
adding
God.
to the. I'm just seeing. I'm just seeing Kairos do this and thinking, well, yeah, it's probably for a good reason. So I'll add my shouting.
You'll start yelling out Dorothea knows as well. Oh my god. Sam!
I walk over to the monks, acolytes who are going for a Luinol, like in a calm manner, not like angry or not rushed. Just walk to them, put my hands on my shoulders, and make very serious look in the eyes. Dorothea knows. Tell the master. And I turn around and go behind Luinol and Kairos.
Oh, they've taken off down the street, so you're just walking calmly away from them right now.
Yeah, that's alright.
But you can, as you are the one that's calmly walking after them, you can tell that the people that are around here are now sort of going, Dorothy, who's Dorothea? Who is Dorothy? What does she know?
I really wouldn't want to be Dorothea right now.
No, you wouldn't want to be Dorothea now. And Luinol, you have been going around the place, and you have picked up a few names, and Dorothea is indeed a common name right here, right now. So there are a few people who've gone, what? My name's Dorothea. I don't know it. What? I don't. And there are a lot of people that I turn to and say, "What do you know? Do you know anything about this?" No, I don't know anything about this. It's just, you're getting. There's suddenly a lot of rumors are now beginning to fly around the place, and stuff is beginning to, the most obscure and outlandish stories are beginning to crop up around the place. So we're gonna see how that turns out.
I hope that's what you were looking for, Luinil.
Causing total anarchy in an entire city. Yes.
Excellent. Well.
Just as expected from a Fae.
I wasn't allowed to do this on the Thursday campaign, so I have to do it now.
You get away with a lot of chaos already in Thursday, so.
My party member stopped me.
Fair.
So once Sam ends up joining us, or if he has trouble finding us, I kind of flag him down. And Luinil, how would you like to come with us back to the mansion?
What mansion?
The mansion where we found Evan and William.
Oh, yeah, Evan William. Yeah, they seem like nice people. Yeah, I'll join.
They're no longer around anymore, but they were halfly nice. The other half was kind of a dick, but
50% is better than most people.
Right. And perfect. So as we start going, I say, what we're looking for is we're going to search through some of their offices and see if we can find any paperwork, like deeds or any important paperwork that they may have written.
Would you have anything No, I can't use this. No, never mind. No. All right, fine. Yeah, I'll help, and we'll see what we can find.
Perfect. So we head up to the.
Righty then. If you're not going to go and try and find Braun and Darrakir, then it's just the three of you that will be heading up to the mansion.
So I look over at Luanil and Sam and I say, I'm hesitant only because I know how Braun feels about what had happened. Do you think this would add to his torment, or do you think this would be a little bit of therapy for him? Meaning, should we get he and the new tiefling to come with us?
I still haven't really met the new tiefling guy.
I have no idea who the new tiefling guy is.
He's kind of an intense dick, but at the same time, he can be useful.
Like you.
I mean, does he believe in a specific god? Because I can use the Skyride thing again, and we could totally piss him off. It will be hilarious.
Last I know, he was hanging out at the Sandy Turtle, or what was it, the Flying Turtle.
Sandy Turtle, jeez.
No, but diving turtle. Turtles can't fly. Oh, wait, they can.
Yeah, they can here. Yeah.
I have not intelligent. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It's okay, Sam. We still
let's let Braun live out his grief and come to terms with the passing of the person he likes, and Evan Dane and William Lewis, and after that we can tell it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, Brown is a nice character, but he really did not want to be here when we were here last time. So yeah, let's keep him out of this one
for now.
All right.
Alrighty. It is going to be a couple of hours walk to get to the mansion, as it is outside the city and in a nearby woodland. So it's going to be a couple of hours before you arrive there. When you eventually arrive at the closed gate of the woodland. When you've been here previously, there is this always been oppressive feeling that permeated the air around the area. But now you're here again, it feels a lot calmer. It doesn't feel as oppressive. It doesn't feel like there's an evil or a danger that is hovering over the woodland. And
Nice.
As you walk along the roads, you are constantly having to watch out for various different crystal zombies, as you probably got to know them by, and other even possibly even worse entities that were roaming the woodlands in this area. But as you are making your way through this area, they seem to be auspiciously missing.
Huh.
Also, Luinor, your compatriot Corvus is much calmer as they fly with you along the path. They are no longer trying to run away while trying to be with you at the same time. They are with you the entire way.
Okay. Cool.
This is a good sign, fellows.
It seems and it feels a lot better here now. Yeah.
I wonder if it's because Braun helped banish that thing that was possessing Dane.
I think you guys lied to me when you talked about zombies. There are clearly none around. We just...
You fought them with us.
I never fought any zombies. The Master of
Yes, you
Masks
did.
brought me to your place, and on the way back, we only fought 2 zombies, and they didn't attack us, so it seems like a very calm place here. You are just lying to me. Admit it.
Put my hands on your shoulders. I look into your eye. You fought them with us. You killed 3 by yourself. I'm making a deception roll.
You can roll insight on him.
20.
You can roll insight. What's your name, Sam?
12.
Yeah, no.
Don't you remember?
Kairos is telling the absolute truth here.
Really?
You were
Absolutely true.
amazing, Sam. You were
Are you
amazing.
sure it were not 4? This was more likely with 4, but maybe you miscounted. 3 is okay. Okay, I believe you.
Maybe it was 4. I couldn't count because I was busy handling the one I was dealing with.
Sounds like you. Without me, you would be dead already. Let's
This
go.
is why.
Let me lead you into battle, the valiant tiefling of the forest.
Yes. This is the reason I wanted you along, so that to keep Luinil and I safe when we headed to the mansion.
Of course. I see everything. Everything is so clear. How could I be that delusional before?
How could you be so mistaken?
Oh my lord.
Let's get the illegal deed of the house. Let's see the
The
house.
three
Yes.
of you head up to the mansion. Oh boy. Anyway, something you do notice as you approach the mansion. When you first approached the mansion, those of you who had seen this, Sam, I don't think you did see this on the way out. But as you approached the mansion, there were these 2 very, very large, black, almost obsidian stone dragons that seemed to guard this the sort of courtyard area of the mansion itself. These statues appear to now be cracked and seem to have aged hundreds of years, to the point that there seems to be sort of greenery now growing upon them. The mansion ahead of you does still seem to be standing. It does seem to be untouched in terms of time, but these statues do appear to have aged significantly. While this is happening, Braun, have you been up to anything interesting or specific since your sojourn to the guild headquarters?
Oh God, no. Probably just doing the usual business stuff. I'm back in work mode for now until we head out. Making
Sure,
sure that
absolutely.
at least we have the cart and the wagon and the materials that we're going to need sent to Elderfin for the object we're making.
Cool. All right.
And then I think I had that long glass tube with the ball that I had to get the ball into the tube. I think I did we finish that?
You were in the process of doing it. You were in the process of making that, as it was a slightly more delicate process and took a little bit more time. Please, could you make me a? Do you have proficiency at glass blows tools?
Do I? Yeah.
Then please roll me a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier, proficiency bonus.
So add another 2 to that first.
So 15, yeah. You know this is going to take some time, and definitely will take up the majority of your time. Daria does approach while you are in the middle of a quite a delicate moment of trying to connect this glass bulb to the bottom of this rod. She waits patiently for you until you are done. At which point she approaches. The horse and cart has been retrieved. They were a bit sketchy about how much it cost, but I managed to get it down. A little bit. Due to about 5 gold.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, well, they were charging 20, and I managed to get them down to 15.
Charging 20 for no. Good job.
Okay. Thank you. So I managed to get that down. Is there any other supplies that we needed again?
Let's
You
go
can
through the
tell.
inventory real quick.
Cool. You can tell that she's also trying to be in business mode to get herself through the the traumatic events of the past week or so.
Okay, let's go over inventory, see what we need, and we'll place the orders.
And the pair of you sit down and make a very, very vast inventory as to everything you have. You realise that sand is becoming a little bit short. Iron and stone were okay, but wood is also becoming short. There was also that issue to do with the fact that there was an order placed for a a table made from steel wood.
Yes.
As you have not, I don't believe you have chosen to accept it yet. But you two of you spend some time discussing whether or not to accept it and the costs in terms of making such an item.
And how much was the payment for that table?
You had not discussed it because the fact it was steel wood, so steel wood would have had to be imported, which would already rack up the cost of making it, and then it's also the fact that you're working with steel wood, which you have never worked with before.
All right. Have we reached out to the Temple of Crafters yet to find any workers that know how to work with steel wood?
No, no. The Temple of Ignis. No, I have not done that yet. That's a very, very good idea. I'll go and do that now.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Once
if that's
that's
okay with
done, let's bring in the client for the table. I'll do a meeting with them to go over the cost after I speak with the Ignis workers.
Of course. Right. I will be back in an hour or so. It's a little bit of a walk away, so I'll be back in an hour.
Have fun.
You too. She gives you this sort of very weak smile.
I don't smile. I just kind of get back to work.
You just get back to work. Yeah, of course you do. Darrakir, is there, after doing your little scouting mission, is there anything else that you wish to be doing?
Well, since I wasn't there whilst doing my little scouting mission, what did I find out?
You found out that that the building that you wish to excuse me, that you wish to that you had interest in was a double door with a single story building. Is it single double story? Double story building, so 2 levels, first ground floor and first level. With only one entrance in the front, no other entrances anywhere else. Although you spent some time having a look around and discovered that there was at least a loose tile on the roof that, if you were small enough, would at least allow you entrance into said building. You also discovered that the after several hours hanging around and keeping yourself out of eye shot of the building, realized that there were only at this present moment 2 guards. But with your knowledge, of these sorts of buildings, you also know that there is another entrance, unseen to anybody else, that is only accessible through other means.
Would I know enough of the history of this land to know how these places would have been built?
Roll me a history check.
I don't know if I'm good at that, but sure.
We'll see.
Oh.
It's pretty good.
Sure.
You know that these places would have at least had some connection at some point. It's not unfeasible to know that there would be at least a draining system somewhere inside these buildings.
Okay. Let me think. What will I do with this information? Okay, so I know to get into the drainage system and go into the building I want to go in without being spotted at the front side.
It's an idea,
That's
yeah.
what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you're gonna try and find a grate. Roll an investigation check.
I'm gonna retrace my own previous
Oh,
character stat. Fucking hell. Investigation, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
You know that there should be some grate somewhere around, but boy, these things are hard to find. You spend a good, not just a good couple of hours, you spend several hours wandering between all the various warehouses, trying to see if you can find some sort of entrance. At one point, you get stopped by a warehouse worker who said, excuse me, mate, I've seen you walking around a bit. Are you lost or something?
Yes, a bit.
Well, I could try and help you.
that would be very nice. But it's kind of a weird question
Right.
I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Because, well, me and a friend of mine, we made agreement to meet each other at the entrance of the sewer system in the harbor or in the warehouse district. But for the life of me, I can't find it.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. This warehouse place doesn't actually have a sewer entrance, basically. Yeah, it doesn't really have a sewer entrance, to be honest. If you want sewers, then you're going to be looking somewhere else. Any shit that actually is found is usually just swept up by the gong people, and they're the ones that keep the streets clean.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not really a sewer entrance around the place.
Not really, you say.
Roll an insight check.
Damn it.
Yeah, not really, to be honest. There's not really a sewer entrance anywhere.
You mean like there's only a grate or something? Maybe he meant that I'm not from here, so that's why
I can
I'm
tell.
looking for some.
I can tell. Although you're a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
What? Well, no. Okay. Well, it's not any of my business. Not any of my business. I won't ask. No. Well.
Shoot.
What is a tiefling doing out here?
That's a great question.
Shouldn't you be? Normally any tieflings that we have they're at the College of Mage's warehouse. So.
Yes, I know, and that's the one that I was going to meet near the sewer entrance. But
Oh.
as I said, I'm not from here. I'm from a different
Right. Yeah. Okay.
or in the neighborhood of Foul.
Well, I think your friend is. Well, either your friend has lied to you, or he's not told you everything. Because there isn't a sewer. There ain't any sewers here.
There aren't any sewers here.
No, there aren't any sewers. No, not here in the warehouse district. They never
It's
saw.
here then.
And he sort of glances around. He said,
I mean-
just follow me for a moment.
Okay.
And he leads you into a darkened alley, isn't it? Well, there's the old smuggling tunnels. That's what they are. I think that's what your friend was talking about. It seems a bit odd that he says he wants to meet you outside the smuggling tunnels in the College of Mage's warehouse.
Well, look at me. What
He-
do you
he-
think I am
he's-
going to do with smugglers?
He steps back and looks at you and goes, "Well, yeah, but those
He
smuggling
just
tunnels."
wanted to paint a nicer picture to me because I'm from the capital. You know?
Well, I suppose yeah, but those smuggling tunnels they've not really been used in, well, centuries. They're a bit fallen apart.
Makes my job a lot easier.
All right, okay, well, well, I don't know. I know that they exist. I know a couple of the warehouses have this grate which you need to sort of look through. And maybe you'll find one that has one. But that involves you going into every single warehouse around here and see if you can find a grate and looking down the grate and see if you can find a tunnel underneath there.
Okay.
But I didn't tell you this,
I don't even know who you are. So
and I don't know you. All I know is you're a tiefling. Nice. Good luck. I'm off. And he turns around and leaves the alley behind.
let's find a warehouse that seems empty and go in and see what I can find.
Roll me an investigation check, because you're now specifically looking for an empty warehouse. Hey, there we go. You do
This one
indeed.
isn't made for this kind of shit.
No, he's not, and you're doing it, mate. Yeah, you do eventually find well, at least it appears to be empty right now. It stinks to high heaven, but there is definitely an empty warehouse.
Okay.
Currently, the doors are locked. This warehouse has a small door on the front of the building and a small door on the side of the building. Both are currently locked at this present time.
Specifically, the small door on the side. Is it a solid door or?
It's relatively solid.
Okay.
This warehouse looks as though it's had better days.
Okay. Let me check my inventory. I has a crowbar. Let's open it.
Roll a strength check.
I can do that.
As I said, the door wasn't particularly solid, and you're with a little bit of a jimmy, you do eventually crack open the door, and the lock falls away from the inside. The door does currently have a couple of boxes in front of it, but with your pretty high strength, you are able to shove those boxes out of the way relatively easily. Inside the warehouse stinks. It is putrid. It smells of rotting fruit and vegetables. It is horrible in here.
Okay. And let's go and find the entrance to the sewer.
Yep, no worries. You spend a couple. I'm not gonna make you roll again. So you spend what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 9.
9. Oh, blimey.
As I said, this one is not made for
this dude is not made for this kind of stuff. No. You spend several hours searching through this place, and you almost.
Dark vision.
You do have dark vision, yes, and it's not dark in here. It is relatively dim, so you see perfectly well. But you spend several hours searching, and when I say several, I mean several. You're at least 3 or 4 hours searching around this place, moving boxes from left to right, trying to find something, and eventually you do find a grate. It is a relatively small grate. One very much designed for a slim or lithe individual. You and your very large armor would find it very difficult to fit through this grate. But there is one there. You find it eventually after shifting a set of boxes from one corner of the room.
Okay.
It is currently closed.
And I would be able to slip through it with some difficulty.
With difficulty, yes, due to your bulky armor.
Well, let me check. Am I smart? No, so I won't be bothered by that. I'll just remove the grate. Literally remove it.
Roll a strength check, please, as you try to wrench this grate up from the floor. Oh no. The lock on this grate is a little bit more securely fastened this time, and unfortunately,
okay.
trying to pull it up.
I forgot to say this. I use my crowbar to.
Yes, but the lock on this grate is still much more secure, or rather, it's rusted shut. So trying to wrench open a crowbar is proving quite challenging.
There is more than one way to open a lock.
Yeah, this is
I'll
true.
grab my sword.
Okay.
And I attack the lock.
Roll me an attack roll with your sword.
There you go.
Oh my god. Let's roll damage. Yeah, cool. Ding!
Which lock?
What lock? What lock? Never seen such a lock as that before. Ding! The lock shears off with a great clang of metal.
Let's add some. Okay. No.
Let's add some smite to that. No, that's probably a bit fun. Yes, the lock shears open completely, and with such force that the grate practically springs open by itself.
That's good.
And for you is an open, relatively dark passage.
And I muffle through it.
You muffle through it. Are you being quiet about this, or you just try to drop yourself down? You're okay, cool.
Again, different
not-
character than the one
Not
you
smart
played
about.
with
Not
on
smart.
Wednesday.
Yeah. No. I get it. You. There comes a point as you're lowering yourself into this hole where you suddenly realize that your pauldrons are going to start crushing up against your face. So you have to sort of shift around a bit, and you eventually get yourself down into the bottom of this grate. It's not a particularly high drop, and you can see, and you look up, and you see the distance. It's just a. How tall are you?
Not so tall. Let me check. 190.
190. Oh no, yeah. It's not so tall. 190 is tall. 190 is tall.
Pretty fucking tall for a fucking tiefling.
It's 6'2", mate. It's tall. That's as tall as I am. So yeah, it's not particularly high. It's about another head. It's the entrance is about another head and shoulders higher than you. So it's not particularly a far drop down here. But eventually you do get yourself down with a great clang and clatter of metal. And in front of you, I need to pull up my map again because you're doing this to me again. Where is my map? Just give me 2 seconds here while I find my particular map. Where was it? Okay, appears to have disappeared somewhere. But it's not. You see extending away from you to the left and right. This quite decrepit-looking corridor. Which way would you like to go?
Wait, what? Sorry. I'm
Yeah, no worries.
totally buffed out there.
You see extending away from you to the left and right this rather decrepit-looking or rather old corridor.
Yes.
A little bit further down the passage, you can see there it is. Why does it not? Okay. Whatever. Excuse me while I just get my own map up. There we are. To the heading down to the right, due to your dark vision, you just about make out some light extending down the corridor, and to the left it just extends away into darkness. I have too many maps open now on my table. Because I was not expecting this.
I don't see any maps.
No, I'm about to open it up for you.
Are you ever expecting anything we do?
No. No.
You want me to go this way. I mean,
Did I? Oh,
we
hey,
are the
sorry.
calm crew.
Yeah.
Ka!
Toss
So
me
I'm
money,
just gonna
Darrakir.
switch to this. Oh dear, let's not switch to that screen just yet because I still haven't sorted out camera stuff on that one. So, which way would you like to go?
according to my specifically good way of knowing my surroundings.
Direction.
Sense of direction. Thank you. Which way would I say the College of Mage's warehouse is?
Just roll a general. I'll let you choose on this one. Wisdom or intelligence? Whichever you feel is more accurate for your character.
That's bad.
No, it's which is
take
more
the
accurate.
least lowest one. Oh, here. That's not bad. I mean,
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. From where you are, you take a little bit of time just to try and figure out where it is you are meant to be going. You realize that you need to go right. As to how far you are going to need to go right, you're not sure about. But you are aware that you need to go at least right in this way.
let's go right then.
All right, you head along the corridor for a little bit, and eventually you start to hear some noises coming from the passage to the left.
You're an old man.
You hear an old man cough and splutter. But not just that. You begin to hear noises that are familiar to you. You hear clatter and you hear the general hubbub of a somewhat busy warehouse, and you begin to notice certain smells that only you, as somebody who has worked within the College of Mages, would recognize.
Okay.
Coming, sort of emanating from gently down the corridor to the left.
Let's go to the corridor to the left then.
Cool. You should be able to move the... You should be able to move your token. Ah, you aren't. There we go. You should now.
You meant this corridor?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
You begin to see emanating very gently from just around the corner up ahead. This very gentle blue glow is beginning to emanate from the passage ahead of you. And as you approach, you notice a grate up above your head, where this gentle blue glow is emanating from.
Do I hear
This grate
any sounds? Now that I am closer.
Roll a perception check for me, please. Not really. Don't really hear anything.
Let's see if the grate is open.
All right, you head up to the grate and try to gently push upon it, and it appears to be unlocked.
Okay, let's open it then.
Opening up. If you just give me 2 more seconds here, I have finally managed to get things sorted. Haha! Look at me sorting things out. Yay! There we go. Battles. Battle map. Haha! There we go. Let me just get rid of this map. Ah, damn it. Let's get rid of that map and go to another map. Share this one with you. Lots of maps. You are there. Go. And I'll just pull this up a bit so it's... There we are. Why are you making me do this? So, you have found yourself... No, this is the wrong one. Sorry. Wrong map. This is the one I want. There you go. This is the map you want. So you find yourself in that corner, and you do know this map. Well, you as a player know this map. Darrakir doesn't. Darrakir knows nothing about this one. But yes, sorry, not blue. It was an orange glow. It would be helpful if I checked my maps before describing everything. But yes, no, you do. You see the orange glow in front of you. As you gently raise up the grates and have a look into the room. The orange glow you can see is emanating from a very familiar sigil that seems suspended above a circular plinth, as it were, in the center of the room, ahead of you and to your sort of diagonally to your left. To your right, you see a bunch of barrels which you know to be filled with at least beer or ale. Beer or wine of some sort. In front of you can see some boxes which you presume will have supplies of some sort in there, and just across the room you see some supporting pillars, as well as behind that several boxes stacked up very messily away from you.
Okay. Click this one away. There I am. Wow. Okay. Any obvious sounds?
Because of your perception check previously, not to you.
Okay. Let's walk into the room and see what I can see.
Oh my god. Oh, you are not being stealthy about this at all. Okay.
You want me to roll stealth for you? I mean, I can. But
do you want to be stealthy?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't hear anything, so why should I be stealthy?
No, that's cool. That's cool. You clatter yourself out of the hole and make your way into the center of the room. At which point you definitely do hear some noise. You definitely hear noise coming down from the corridor in front of you, and you can definitely hear a conversation of, "Hey, did you hear that?" Nah, it sounded like metal. That can't be. Is there rats in this place? No. Here, go check it out, just in case. And that's what you hear.
That's what I hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I hide behind these crates.
Roll a stealth check, please.
Just to check, since I'm wearing heavy armor, shouldn't it be disadvantage for stealth?
It is indeed disadvantage, yes.
No, it really didn't matter.
Well, yeah, okay, so you
I think I'm hidden.
stealthily hide behind some crates. Oh my god.
We just cannot leave this fucking warehouse alone, can we?
No, really can't. Oh man. Oh jeez. So you hide yourself behind where you think you're hidden behind. You think you're hidden behind these crates, and you glance over the crates to see a blue-skinned tiefling approaching you. At which point you suddenly realise the fact that, oh yeah, these crates weren't actually as low as I thought it was. And you glance up, and you both lock eyes at the same moment. At which point the blue tiefling looks at you. Oi! What the hell are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing here?
I do not know you. Where the fuck did you come from?
I'm coming from Foul to check you out, you fucking nitwits.
Fucking hell. Roll a deception check.
What? Deception?
Please. Deception. Okay, he's gonna roll insight on you. It's Cassus. Oh my lord. Let me just double check what insight is again. It's a wisdom, I thought it was. His wisdom's not that great either. Oh fucking hell.
So lucky.
Oh my god. Well, right, okay, well, we weren't told about that. Fine, what's wrong?
What's wrong? What's wrong? You were supposed to send us a shipment of black crystal and we still haven't got it. What have you done with it?
No. No. That stuff has been sent. We don't have that anymore. That for sure.
So you say I'm lying?
We were not told that we would expect a visitor, and we definitely sent it. So one of us is the one that's lying here, and
When
we're
did you
pretty
send
sure.
it?
We sent it 4 days ago.
God damn it.
I believe it was 4
Yeah,
days.
I left Fall 5 days ago, so that might have crossed each other.
But, right, well, why are you here now? And he's starting to approach you as you are having this conversation.
Well, wait, let me. Step up
Commands,
to him
yeah.
then.
Uh-huh.
Well, look at me.
I can see you. You're a fellow
Yeah.
tiefling. Don't recognise you though.
What kind of tiefling do you think I am?
He
And
steps back and looks
what
at
is usually the job of people like me?
you. One like me, guard.
No.
He looks you up and down again.
I draw my great sword. No, definitely not guards.
Oh, you're one of them hunters, aren't you?
But since you say you sent it 4 days ago,
Yeah. We have.
then it should have arrived by now.
It should have, yeah. He's starting to back away from you, and he's putting his hand upon the mace at his side.
Is he literally walking away?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll step towards him.
Okay.
Still holding my sword.
Mm-hmm.
Point down.
Point down,
I
okay.
think I am intimidating enough.
Oh yeah,
in this setting.
Yeah, in this setting you
Well
don't
then.
need to roll an intimidation check.
Let me just say, I'm going to have a look around.
Right.
See if I can find the black crystal. If not,
You can't. You're not going to be able to. But fine.
you really want to talk to me like that?
I told you, we sent it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see if that's. I'm gonna check if that's correct.
Right, okay, well...
Do not send me for nothing. You know that. People
Fine.
aren't happy with you.
No.
And I'm here to make sure you're still working for the College of Mages.
Now roll an intimidation check. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
There you go.
No. We definitely are. We've got the paperwork. If you want to see the paperwork, I can definitely show you.
Finally, now he starts about the paperwork.
Yeah, no, we definitely got it.
You go and find the paperwork. I'll have a look upstairs, and we'll meet
Right.
your.
Fine. Yeah, and he quickly dashes off down the corridor away from you.
I go upstairs and look around. Without using stealth. Stealth is overrated.
Stealth is overrated. Yeah, just intimidate stuff. It's fine. You head upstairs. Oh, why is Progranita still here? Go away. Go away.
Surprise!
You head upstairs, and you can see situated in the middle of the floor is this green sigil that you know to be a defensive mechanism. It begins to.
I don't see this map. Sorry.
Oh, you don't see this mechanism. Sorry. Let me just share it with you. There you go.
Ah,
So
nice.
you see a
I
green
don't see
sigil that's.
myself,
No. You'll be there in a minute. But you do see a green sigil on the floor in the middle of the room, which you know to be a defensive mechanism.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that
in place. That's good.
It is gently pulsating with this pale green light.
Okay. I'll have a look around.
Mm-hmm. Looking around, you can see many different. Just roll me a quick investigation check.
Investigation. I'm
Right,
way
looking-
better at intimidation and deception.
Absolutely, yeah. You can see many different boxes which are used to store various different items and goods that are common within the College of Mages. You also see a set of very old and dilapidated looking furniture in one corner. The boxes that you see on the map are actually not there. They are non-existent. So please ignore them there. But you do see in one corner this stack of furniture and rugs and all sorts of dilapidated furniture. It's clear it's just been dumped there, out of the way and not being used.
Okay. Any signs that there was black crystal here?
With your investigation check, it's not. It is very, very difficult to tell.
Okay. Anything that would relay a break-in from someone other than myself?
Again, it is very difficult to tell because there is a lot of dust around the place, and it clearly there were things that were moved around here. There was definitely traffic along here. You can see footprints of dirt and muck in the ground, but it is very difficult to tell.
Okay.
Eventually, as you are looking around the upper area, there is a shout from below. We've got your paperwork.
Okay. I'm going down.
Head down downstairs. Cool. Ebros is there. Ebros is there waiting for you with another tiefling. Sorry, not Ebros. Cassis is there waiting for you with another tiefling, whom you also don't recognise. Let me just get those guys open. There we go. Where are you? Oh, you're not on this map. Again. There we are. And the other tiefling looks a lot older, and is definitely a lot more has a look of suspicion as you arrive at the bottom of the stairs. Look, Cassis immediately walks up to you and thrusts this piece of paper into your hands. As you open up the paper, you see it is a receipt, and a receipt, but it says in very simple terms, receipt of three boxes, and then there's a line through it saying two. Two boxes, iron-bound boxes of delivery recently received to Archwall to be delivered to Fall, signed and then signed, and then there are two signatures. One is very clearly Cassis, and the other one is this very sort of scrawl, almost a scroll underneath it, which you wouldn't recognise. But it is definitely undersigned.
Okay. Okay, this seems to be in order. One more question. By the way, I don't see this map again.
Oh, you don't see the map? Okay. Let me just share it with you. Please do tell me if the music gets too loud, guys, as well, because I don't know what you guys hear.
Why was this grate here in the corner open?
Grate here in the corner. What? It was open?
Yes.
It shouldn't have been. It should have been locked.
Well, it wasn't.
You see both of them look at each other. We must have had a break-in. That explains that commotion that we had a few days ago. You remember when the sigil went off? Yeah.
Did I hear them say that?
Roll perception check on that, because they are trying to be quiet. You do hear them. They are trying to be quiet, but they're not being too subtle about it. Cassis is definitely shook, and the other one is very suspicious.
So you had a break-in, but failed to mention that to me.
It was nothing. We didn't find anything. We did a full investigation of the place and found nothing.
Mm-hmm.
This is Cassis talking, by the way. Ebros has not said anything by now.
And Ebros was the older one?
Yes, Ebros is the again, it's the red-skinned tiefling who looks a little older.
And you were both here while this happened.
Indeed, this is where Ebros says. Indeed, this is our guard post. It's where we have been positioned, and we have never had this sort of thing happen before. Very much an aberration. Do you still have your sword out, by the way?
I have.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going for intimidation here, so
Yeah.
keeping the sword at hand is helping.
Of helping with that, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I'll tap my sword with my fingers.
He looks down at it and looks back up at you.
Have you made the official mention of this break-in?
No, because this is the first time we have actually managed to have any evidence of a break-in.
But the seal went off.
The sigil went off, but there was no evidence. We normally when the sigil goes off, whatever breaks in, usually sticks around. That is the design of this thing, of course. You would know that.
Yes, and I also know that when a sigil goes off, people have to make it known.
He just simply looks at you. Saying nothing. He just looks at you.
Well,
You roll an insight check on him. Wow! Oh God! Now it's Fantasy Grounds is working for you. Jeez. Oh man. Yep, absolutely. You can tell. You can tell that Ebros absolutely does not trust you at all. He is extremely suspicious of you, considering that you just appeared. And you can also tell that Cassis is very much afraid of you and is the younger of the two.
okay.
But yes, Ebros is extremely suspicious, and you can tell that he knows the process, but is very much set in his ways, and is probably the one that made the call in terms of not saying anything.
Okay. So I have seen through this entire building, right?
Yes, you have, or at least the upper floor.
There was no one else.
No.
Okay. So you're not gonna tell me why you made this call?
I don't see it as the business of a hunter to know why I made this decision.
Okay.
It is simply your job to hunt, correct? Get on with it.
And that's your final word?
Indeed.
Let's. Would this one do that? Yeah, because if he doesn't, he's gonna get fucked. Okay, let's chop off his head.
Please roll me initiative, sir.
Wow.
Let's just step back
Mm-hmm.
before
Okay.
I roll initiative.
All right.
Okay, then, well, by the power invested in me by the College of Mages and the reason why I'm sent here, I now sentence you to death. Schling! To make it
Yeah.
officially like.
Yeah. To make it full official. Just go for it. So please, and now you've done that, please roll me initiative. Ebros is immediately drawing a weapon. Let me just also roll initiative for the fellas. NPCs. Ebros is going first in this one.
Sure.
Let me get to something much more interesting. Let's go Cry Havoc. Go on, Sirenscape. Work for me, please. There we go. Should be playing, hopefully.
Nope.
It's taking its time.
There it is.
There it is. So yes, Ebros, seeing the intention in your eyes and hearing it, draws his when I get the thing up, draws his longsword and immediately rushes in to attack you. Striking you with a full 18 there. The longsword comes out. He runs towards you and strikes upwards across your breastplate, dealing 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Music's a little bit
Question
loud.
I have, but I can't find it. I have Hellish Rebuke. That is a reaction, right?
Yes, indeed it is. It should be under your actions. Yes, it is. It's under your actions.
Yeah, but that I can use it. The question was I can use that as a reaction, right?
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. It is a reaction.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. That is a DC 10 dex save, correct?
That's DC 30.
13.
Yes.
Right, that needs to be corrected on your thing.
Oh, my spell save DC is 30.
Your spell save DC is 13, fine. Then let's roll a dex save for him. He rolls a 12, so that definitely fails. Roll your damage on him, please, sir.
Oh.
So if you click on the magnifying glass beside Hellish Rebuke, you'll see damage.
Yeah, I thought that if I clicked it that I could also do the damage, but that doesn't.
No, unfortunately, Fantasy Glass doesn't work like that.
2d10.
2d10 fire damage.
There you go.
He is resistant to fire, so he does only take 6 points of damage from that. But yes,
This was the red one, right?
This was the red one, yeah. He's run up to here, immediately attacking you. He yells across to Cassus, "Cassus, stupid boy, draw your mace and get in here. This guy's a fraud."
Okay.
It is now your turn.
That's very nice. Let me see.
What are you going to do?
I am gonna hit him with my greatsword.
Okay.
At least try to.
You're going to try to, but unfortunately that does that miss? Let me draw his. It should miss. Yes, it does miss.
Inspiration. Can I add that to this one?
You can. Yes.
That's a
You can-
D6,
you-
right?
I believe so. Yes. I'll look it up later.
Or is it D8?
Let's call it D6 and I'll look it up later.
Then it's
That
14.
still misses.
Fuck!
Yeah, it still misses, unfortunately. You go to swing at him with your greatsword, and it is you are used to this weapon. You know how hard it can hit and how slow it also can be. And you watch as Ebros simply just steps back out of reach of your greatsword before he goes back in to try to engage you. Do you have a bonus action?
Yes. Of course I do.
Of course you do.
I'm just... It's been a while since I played with this one, so it's not as...
I get it. No worries.
Just looking up for the bonus action, since I actually have to look at different...
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
different sheets here.
But otherwise, guys watching, please do let me know how the balance is in terms of music and my players. Also, players, do let me know if the music does get a bit loud, and I will adjust accordingly. Also, just to again, while Eric is looking up stuff for his character Darrakir, there are channel point stuffs available. So please look at the channel points where you can influence the game in various ways with re-rolls, the inspiration, the insight checks, and all that kind of stuff.
No, I'll just keep it at this.
You'll keep it at that? Cool.
Yeah.
Music level is great, and I would already go because person is actually coming by earlier now.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Okay,
Yeah,
good luck
so
then. Are you gonna head off? All right. Take care, then, mate, and we'll see you again. We'll see you again soon. That's gonna cause a little bit of a hiccup. So give me a moment while I sort out that slight hiccup. Go. Just hopefully sort that out. Fingers crossed, there we go. Right, there we are. Hopefully back to normal. Oh god, you're all in different places now.
Ah.
This always happens. Ah. Anyways, it is Cass's turn, and Cassis, while I figure out what to do with that, Cassis is, but he's a hunter. He's a hunter. Just get in here and hit him. Fine. And he'll draw his mace and try to go to the other side of you, and bash you in the back of the head. Hopefully, with advantage because you are flanked now, with his mace. With a dirty 20, he definitely does do that. So you feel this strike in the back of your head. Thankfully, your very thick skull taking most of the damage from that. But yes, you do suffer 5 points of damage from that.
Okay. Yeah.
It is now the turn, or we're gonna jump very, very briefly now. A couple of hours walks away, where there we go, back to normal. The three characters in the form of Sam, Luinal, and Kairos have made their way to an abandoned mansion, which seems to be in relatively good order, except for the fact that the statues that were outside of it are crumbled and everything. The door, as you approach the mansion, the door is unlocked.
It was unlocked when we left before, wasn't it?
It was indeed unlocked when you left.
Okay. All right. So, go inside.
Yeah, let's go in.
Alrighty then. The same sights greet you and you entered before, but you get the sense that this place is feeling a little bit more abandoned, as it were. Whoever was here before has definitely vacated the place.
All right.
Where would you like to start searching first?
Might as well start searching this first floor. What
Alrighty
about
then.
you, Louis?
What about who? Sorry.
Luino, what about you, Luino?
Yeah, I'll go left. You go right.
Gotcha.
Let me share that map with you so you know what you guys are looking at.
Right.
Looking to the left, you notice the open doorways that would lead to the grand dining hall that you knew before. And to the left, you know of the doorway that would lead to the corridor that would lead to the study and secret laboratory and bedroom of William.
Okay.
And one bashed-in door.
And one bastion door, yes.
That's right.
And a very great welcome to Neurotic Mech. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. I hope you enjoyed here, and I hope you've been having fun so far.
Hello, neurotic mech. All right. So you went, Luanil, you went left, right?
Yeah, I'll go to
Okay.
the left area, the bedroom area.
So I'll go to the right then,
Let me get
over
you
to this
guys.
area.
Let me get you guys on the actual thing. So you go. So you actually have something to indicate where you're going to me.
Perfect.
Right. So you see the open doorways in front of you, Kairos, to the dining room. And this little area, the little area that you were just in, seems to be a small sort of antechamber, as sort of a welcoming chamber before entering into the dining room. In the dining room, you see the places set out for dinner for the four of you five of you, sorry, four of you and William when you first entered here. There is nothing on there except empty plates and cutlery. In the corner, you can see what looks to be platters, and they do contain meats of sorts. But when you glance over them, you can see the flies have begun to gather over those pieces. I'm sure after a while they would present a certain delicacy to those that would be interested in that kind of thing. But maybe give it a miss for now. And off in the far corner, you can see a dresser, which has many forms of plates, cups, and bowls in them.
Okay. This is a fireplace at the far end opposite me.
Yep.
Okay. Can I go over here and take a quick glance through all of that?
Sure. Roll an investigation check. Let me switch to the battle map so that my people at home can see what my players are also seeing. There we go. Looking through the tables, through this chest, you can see that this would be the serving area, or rather the place where they would prepare things to be served to the guests.
Okay.
There are various silver platters, and when you pull one of these platters out, you realise that this is actual silver. This is not a steel. This is not a very shiny steel platter. This is solid silver. This is a solid silver platter here. And is not tarnished in any way. It doesn't look as though it's been used.
Excellent. Now, all of the shelves and the walls and everything inside, all of the drawers, everything, that doesn't look like the bottoms stop short of where the bottom is supposed to be. Anything like that? Like there's no false bottoms?
No, not
Okay.
not in this chest of drawers. No.
Okay. And I head over to the other one and do the same.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll again with your investigation check. You also discover something fairly similar, that the chests, or this dresser, I should say, it actually has a different name, but I'm going to call it a dresser. Has the knives and forks in here again are silver in quality, solid silver, and the china that's here is made of very expensive porcelain, which you would know to your discerning eyes would fetch a high price should that be fenced to a discerning person. But this chest of this dresser does not have a false bottom. You follow it all the way down, and the wood does extend all the way down.
All right. Go into this room.
In this room, this is the same very open space that you experienced before. This is the dance hall where you and I've forgotten his name now, Sam. You and Sam entertained yourselves for a couple of hours, dancing around to a waltz going on in your heads. Luminal, are you examining the suit of armor?
Yes.
Roll an investigation check, please.
Nine.
These are just random suits of armor. They are pretty well kept. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly interesting about them, as far as you can tell.
Alright, then I'll move into the kitchen.
Yeah, no worries. The smells of cooking which you had experienced when you were first here are definitely much reduced. There is that stale smell of cooking that is left over from somebody who does that kind of thing. In this little sort of cubbyhole area, you also see several suits of armor here as well. And they look very, very similar to the ones that you examined in the foyer. To your left, there is a bashed-in door, which you are very aware of, whom you know broke into, and further on there is an open doorway with leading to a darkened room. Do you have dark vision here?
I don't know.
If you have dark vision, it'll be written on the front of your sheet.
Apparently, fairies do not have dark vision.
Okay, so this area is pretty dim for you. It's a bit difficult to see, but you do see some light spilling into the corridor from the broken through doorway into the study.
I'll light a few torches.
Okay, cool, fine. You are able to see a bit more clearly.
And then I would like to investigate the kitchen.
All right. Investigated the kitchen. You can tell that this place was used several days ago, and you are beginning to see that the fruit, veg, and steak slab that was left out to be cooked have begun to accrue flies. Very similar to the sets of meats that what's his name, Kairos, discovered in the dining room.
I will quickly move away from the kitchen then. And I'll go back into the study.
Into the study. The you do see that the what's it called? The bookcase that is on the right hand side of the wall is still open and does lead down to the lab, which you know to be underneath this area in front of you. Are you doing the same thing here?
Yeah.
Please roll me an investigation check here.
And
You are
before
now
I
in a different
do
area.
that, I will also cast guidance on myself.
Nice.
Nice.
Since I kind of forgot to do that last time.
Jeez.
Never mind.
Never mind. This is yeah. This place looks like it's been gone through already. You can see there are books all over the place. Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing here. You're pretty sure about that.
Right. Yeah, then I'll move to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing.
Sure.
So I'll
Guidance and
investigate.
investigation. Oh boy.
I'm not even gonna use my guidance. Fuck it.
Okay.
Never mind.
Never mind. It was a slit. The bed looks slipped in. It's yeah. Again, looks like somebody's tossed this place already. Can't find anything.
I'll go back to the study room, and I'll go down to the
Down to the lab.
lab. Yeah.
Let me pull up that map. Jeez. I expected you guys to be doing something completely different today, but yeah, this is why you prepare as much as you can for everything that your players are going to be doing. You head back down into the lab. Let me share that one with you there. You head back down into the lab, and you can tell this place was a significant mess from the battle that took place. And to your left, you can see the open doorway. That should be open. The open doorway which housed Maylin Grand, and to the right, I should say. To the right is the open doorway where's that yellow X. And to the left, you can see that that sort of open grating area where that creature made of this swirling black crystal was first housed before they were released by what's his face, Evan, into the room. What you do see on the far side of the lab is this massive floor-to-ceiling mirror, which when you were here was this beautiful reflective mirror with these dragon-like emblems that seem to hold it up and frame the mirror, as it were. But when you entered this time, this mirror has this enormous crack that just runs all the way through it, and the beautiful reflective surface that it has tarnished to the point where it is very difficult to see any reflection whatsoever.
All right. I'll just move around a bit, see if I can find anything, and then.
You find many different accoutrements of effectively torture. You find very thin blades which could easily be inserted into a person and would penetrate with ease. You also find a mortar and pestle on the table that you can see at the end of the room, and this mortar and pestle seems to have this sort of very, very fine black powder in it. In one corner also you see an open box which contains several small bags, small hemp bags, all gently wrapped up and placed in that box. You also see several devices used for boiling and distilling liquids into various different funnels. And in one corner you see a seat, which does not look very comfortable to sit in, as on both arms of the chair are these straps that would go around somebody's arms, and at the bottom around the legs, 2 straps as well, very clearly used to affix somebody to this chair and keep them stable.
Yeah, I'll take the mortar and pestle.
Sure.
And
you have a mortar and pestle containing black powder.
And I'll try another investigation of the room to see if I can find anything that I missed.
Sure.
The first time around.
Go for it.
Okay, now I'll do the guidance thing. That's 12.
All right, so that's a 12 total. In one corner, there is a rat-top body, which has begun to gather flies. In terms of anything specifically interesting here, apart from the mortar and pestle containing this black powder, as it were, you find. Would you find this? Yeah, sure. You're going to find this. You find a small note, and this note, inscribed on this note, says, "Must contact fellow cultists. The Lord is getting impatient." And that's it. That's all that's generally written on there. And it seems to be scrawled quite hastily, and then has subsequently just been discarded.
It was must find the other cultists.
Must
The
contact.
Lord
Must contact the fellow cultists. The Lord is getting impatient.
All right.
Right. Up above,
What?
Kairos, you have made your way to a very, very small seating area, very clearly designed as a sort of a retirement place, or a place to retire to. Not a retirement place, but a place to retire to after an evening spent dancing and making merry within the dance hall. This area there is no more firelight here. The fire seems to have gone out. but there seems to be some light cast by the candles that are on the walls around you.
Okay.
Roll investigation check, please.
These are tables.
Yep, these are small coffee tables.
Just regular tables. Okay. I'm gonna go and check out the fireplace real quick and investigate that. See if there's any kind of secret or hidden levers, walls, doors, things like that nature.
Go for it.
Okay.
Roll investigation, please.
Oh.
Okay. Fantasy Grounds is saying no. Yeah, you are very, very sure that there is a secret lever here somewhere. This fireplace does not clearly extends all the way back, but there must be something here. There's definitely a secret lever around this fireplace somewhere.
All right. I'll check on this side. Then I'll run over and check on this side. And I'll partially climb up inside of the fireplace, look up inside the flue, and see where. Okay, I'll have to come back to it later because I know there's something there.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll walk up the stairs.
Roll me a dexterity check as you walk up the stairs.
Oh, mother.
No, sorry, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, jeez, oh, Pete.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Clearly, this place still has something in it, because as you begin to get halfway up the stairs, there's this grinding sound that starts to happen, and and the entire stairways just goes flat into this very thin, very, very, very steep slope, and you get cast down these stairs, landing on your ass at the bottom in front of this pretty much in front of the suits of armor the suits of armor at the bottom there. It was only because you did not roll natural one that you ended up that you did not crash into them. But yes, the staircase in front of you has now formed this very, very smooth ramp.
Evan, you wily son of a bitch. All right, I'm going to go back over to the staircase and see if I can discern any kind of trap mechanism to take apart, dismantle or whatever.
Dismantle it, yeah, sure, no worries. What is your passive perception, please?
Passive perception is somewhere around there. 16.
16, okay. Examining the staircase, you eventually find that underneath the staircase, this tiny, tiny little lever, disguised in this sort of hanging support thing, which you eventually find and go, hang on, that seems a bit loose. You grab hold of it and you turn it, and there's this click, and the sound, and this whirring sound, and you hear a great clunk as all the stairs go from that sheer slope form into an upright position.
All right. Run up the stairs.
Run the stairs. Run the stairs. No. I'm not going to make you do that again. But yes, you found the switch, and you have actually managed to lock the stairs in place.
Perfect.
I don't have the map for this, but you do. You end up on the balcony of above you, and there are three doors ahead of you along this balcony, and this balcony extends all the way along the side of this building, as well as looking over into the foyer itself. Okay. There's the three doors that you can see is one would effectively you would have to walk back up on yourself, and then there's one in the middle, and then one further on along the corridor.
Okay, I'll start with the one to the far right first.
Okay. The one that you'd walk back on yourself?
Yes.
Sure. Right. It opens into a very simple guest room. It is fairly sparsely furnished. There is a simple double bed in there, with not much else except a small dresser and a small bedside table.
Okay. I'll do a thorough investigation of this room.
Sure. Roll investigation check.
Okay, there we go. Ah, better.
Very nice. The dresser is very, very solidly built. It's very... Yeah, it's a very solid oak dresser that you find. Except that all the drawers go all the way down, but there's something off. When you pull one of the drawers open, it doesn't look very deep. And yet, the drawer itself is a deep drawer.
All right. I will pull. Is there anything inside of it?
No, it is no. In this drawer is currently empty.
All right, I'm gonna work my nimble little fingers around the edges to see where I can pull up this bottom.
Mm-hmm. This would be a roll a dexterity check with your proficiency modifier. Proficiency bonus.
Okay. Whew.
So 21, very nice. Actually, what is your dexterity? Yeah, so that'd be 21. Your nimble fingers, as you put it, which you have made use of in other forms in the past, easily find the catch that opens the bottom of this drawer, and it indeed does. It opens it up, and in front of you is just a sheath of parchments. Some of them appear to have writing on them. Some appear to be fairly blank.
Some of them have writing, and some of them are blank.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What the ones that have writing? What are they?
They appear to be various bills. All of them are signed by presumably Evan or William. The signature is very, very, very fancy in this very strange cursive that ends in this sort of almost stylistic form of dragon at the end of it. But these documents have all been signed by him and contain what appear to be almost bills, very much to do with the construction of this building. At least that's what they appear to be at first. But as you read, as you begin to read them, and while it isn't that interesting to start off with, you begin to notice that some of these figures don't add up and begin to not make a lot of sense when you actually start to examine them more closely. But they do appear to be bills for the moment in time.
Okay. I know someone that would be probably able to help decipher this with me.
Mm-hmm.
The blank sheets of paper. Is there any light inside this room, or like candles, candelabra, anything of that nature?
No, this room is unlit. However, there is some ambient light coming through the window.
Okay. Is there any kind of lantern or anything in here that could be lit?
Yes. There is a small bedside table light candle.
Okay. I'm gonna go and light that candle, and then take one or two of these blank sheets, and I'm gonna hold it up to the candle so I can.
Your knowledge of secret messages is serving you well here, because these blank pieces of paper do reveal actual details, and these details are much more interesting in what they reveal. These are not bills. These are this is information as to the organization, the cult the cult that you seem to have stumbled upon. You see rules. You see almost this guidelines of how to live within this cult while remaining secret. You also see a what looks to be a plan of some sort. It is almost as though there is this step-by-step guide for something or other. It's confusing. It's confusing.
Okay.
This is all written in common, by the way.
All written in common. All right. I'm gonna take all those papers. I'm gonna roll them up and see. I think I have someplace I can put them in. Like I'm gonna kind of fold them up and put them inside my my backpack, inside my mess kit for now.
Sure.
I'll have to buy a scroll case or something later on.
Yep, no worries.
All right. And does it feel like there's anything else in this room that I might be able to find, or do I feel I've kind of gotten through everything here?
Yeah, for now you feel like you've gotten through pretty much everything within this particular guest room. Excuse me.
Bless you. I'll go to the next room.
Sure. The next room along appears to be equally another guest room. This one is rather much larger, clearly designed for somebody of a bit more wealth. The furniture here is much more ornate in its design. It's sparse in terms of furniture, as in a dresser, dressing table, bedside table, and four-poster bed. Because a visitor doesn't need much more than that, and curtains for the windows, of course. But this one also appears to be a guest room.
Okay. I will attempt to thoroughly investigate this one as well.
You don't need to make an investigation check on this one.
Oh, damn.
Oh, you wasted a natural 20 on that one.
It slipped.
Oh man, you should have saved that one. But yes, investigating this room, there doesn't appear to be anything of interest here.
Okay. I'll move on to the next room.
The next room is a very, very simple door. Very, very simple door. It's much less well designed than the other two rooms that you came across. And as you open it, it leads into a very short corridor, which has two doors on either side of the corridor and one at the very, very end. I'm going to walk you through each of these doors very quickly. When you open one door, it opens into a dormitory space with very, very simple beds. This is clearly the servants' quarters. On the other side, it opens into an open space, clearly designed to be a sort of common room or a meeting place for people, or a dining area. There are tables and chairs here, as well as a fire in one corner. And the doorway at the end of the corridor, which you come across, leads down to a set of stairs, which if you were to follow, would drop you here on the map.
Okay.
This is very clearly the servants' quarters of the mansion, if there were such things.
Does it? When I was looking through all that, all those bunks and everything up there, do they look like they were lived in at all?
I will use your mistakenly rolled investigation check for this one. I'll let you use this one. Yes, indeed, these beds did look as though they were lived in. However, there is a very, very thick layer of dust covering all of these beds, and yet they did look as though they were lived in. They did look like they were used. Indeed, all of the rooms that you entered, except for the two guest rooms, looked like they were used. But now there's just this thick layer of dust, and it doesn't look like anybody has been through these rooms in a very, very long time.
And you mentioned that there were like little chests or drawers or any shelves or anything like that in here.
There are small chests, and as you investigate and open these chests, you find very small personal items. You find a carved statue of Cain. You find a very, very small locket with two silhouettes in there. You find discarded shoes and clothing. This place looks like it was occupied, but there's nobody here now.
Was just curiously, was there anything in there discerning who these people were?
You find
names of people or anything?
Yeah, no worries. You find one diary, and as you open the doorway to the diary, that's literally what I wanted to say. As you open the front cover of the diary, you find the name Richard Sky on there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put that diary inside my pack. I'll look at it later on. And go back down to the room that you showed me on the map and check out some of these crates really quick.
Sure, no worries. These crates appear to be various forms of flat pack furniture. In a very, very strange twist you didn't realise. Yes, these crates appear to be full of various pieces of furniture, various pieces of what's it called? Cutlery and not cutlery, but words gone out of my head. Glasses and cupware and plates and saucers, and it seems to be full of furniture and various things that you use in a house. This corridor appears to be an access corridor for the servants, but also the storage area for stuff that Evan or / William had too much of.
Oh, all right. And that's is that going through all of that stuff there? That it's all of that?
It will, if you decide to go through all the crates in this area, it will take you a long while. But this is what you will eventually discover should you go through all of them.
Okay. All right. I will eventually go through all of them, but I kind of skip that now.
Okay.
Making my way back over this way to. I know I gotta go all the way.
I do need to roll an investigation check now here. Actually, no, you don't. Sorry, my apologies. This is the servants' quarters, so you can easily see the doorway from this side. So yeah, you do find yourself in that previous corridor where you were before, and head across to the open doorway that should lead into the study. Luinal, okay. Where are you at this present moment in time?
I'm pretty much done in the lab, so I'll head up and join Kyrus, I guess.
Okay, cool, that's fine. Just couldn't see you on the map, so I'll just put you back. There you go.
Find anything of interest, Luino?
Yes, I found this note, and I hand the note to Kyrus.
Oh. Interesting. I found some of these things. I go through and pull out those papers, and I show him as I hold them up against a candlelight or whatever kind of light's in here.
Luinal, you can also see these papers have been written in some sort of invisible ink, and seem to detail instructions of something or other. You also see various other bits and pieces regarding to cult in terms of rules, such rules of how to behave and how to hide the cult.
Interesting. You can look through some of them. Maybe your eyes can read something through some of these. These look like bills. Maybe you can your keen eyes can look through these papers and see something I may have missed. And I them over. And
will
when I
have a look.
Roll me into
that. I'm going to look over at the desk.
Roll me an intelligence check. And while you do that, Luinal, Kyrus, please roll me an investigation check. Pretty good.
Out of character. Kyrus, do we want to go fully all in on being able to read this note?
Yeah, if there is something in there that is interesting to us, any information. Okay, I feel that discovering he was part of a cult, working with these other cultists, and they knew that he was here doing something for them, we would probably have to deal with them at some time in the future. So any kind of information we can gather to know about them would be much beneficial.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Okay, back in the character. Having understood the urgence of this and being able to understand this, I will cast Enhance Ability upon myself.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I get advantage on any checks of any stat I choose, and because it's an intelligence check, it's going to be intelligence.
Of course.
And plop another guidance on myself.
All right.
Nice.
So I will do the advantage thing for intelligence. There we go. And I will go all in, so I'm going to use that guidance and get an 18.
An 18 total. Bloody hell. Okay.
I'll write off a second level spell.
Thank you very much. Okay. What is it? Which papers are you looking at? All of them, or any specific ones? What are you looking at? What are you looking at here? You got these. You got what look like bills, and then you got these. Some of them are blank. Some of them have this burnt on writing on them. Which ones are you looking at?
I do let you know that what I thought was interesting were those bills. Some of them seem to be altered and or cooked as they were. Those feel to me like there's hidden meanings in there.
All right, I will definitely look at those then with the most, or I'll put the most effort into looking at those, and just the ones that look uninteresting, just quickly glance over it and think, oh yeah, it's nothing, skip.
Sure. There are a few bills in the a few papers in there that are genuine. You realize that they are genuine. It's like, oh, that's actually a bill, and it has been signed by William Lewis. The other ones which look cooked, and your intelligence check does show this, is that they haven't been cooked. They have been altered, and you begin to piece bits of information together, and they seem to give you a date, and the date is 3 years into the future, at least from current current reckoning. As to what this date specifically refers to, it's not known, but this date is very much 3 years hence. In fact, 3 years, 4 months, and 2 days from now.
3 years, 4 months, and 2 days?
Yes, to be more precise.
All right. And anything else I can glance from the paperwork?
What from the paperwork, you do come across a list of names. Every single one of these papers has a name on them. At the top of one, you see Reginald Sharp. At the top of one, you see Lily Mae Cox. On the top of another, you see Annabelle Turner. On another, you see Axel Knight. There are a list of names here. I can continue listing all the names off, but I think I'll give those names to you later. But yeah. In total, there is a list of 10 different names, and every single one of them has been undersigned by William Lewis.
10 names, all undersigned by William Lewis. All right. And is that all I can get out of it?
That is all you are able to fathom with your 18 intelligence check.
All right. Well, I'll go back to Kairos and I'll tell. Well, Kairos, this is really strange, and that's coming from me.
Huh.
But and I just to cook papers, I have the whole list. I'm probably getting back pains from carrying all the papers because I'm so tiny.
And you're beginning to tire a bit. In fact, you had to sit down at the table at once to help it not to give your back a rest.
And and I give some of the papers to Kairos, and look, these are as far as I can tell, at least there's dates on them. Only the date is 3 years, 4 months, and 2 days in the future.
Just to give you a bit more of an idea, this is a single date that you have managed to pass from several pieces of paper, where information has been doctored. You've managed to be able to pass together that this bit of it, these numbers from this paper, and these numbers from this paper. When you add these together, and when you subtract this, and etc., etc., and you've managed to pass this date from across several pieces of paper.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's what I mean.
yeah.
Just to explain it a bit better.
Yeah. Oh, well, but yeah, I mean, moral story is, yeah, they putting it together. It's 3 years, 4 months, and 2 days in the future. And furthermore, I'm getting a bunch of names, all 10, and they've all been undersigned by the William Lewis character. And you know, there's a big bunch of them, but you know, there's Reginald Sharp, Annabelle Turner. Here is someone named Axel Knight. No idea who that is. I hope he's a knight. It'd be really poor if he's just a fishmonger or something, you know.
Out of character, really quick. When you say undersigned, refresh my memory what you mean.
So undersigned is basically you have at the very bottom of the page, you would have 2 signatures. One of them is the person who would have done the note, done the paper, and the other one is the other signature that would be needed. That would be undersigning. So it's been signed under the the person.
I wasn't sure if it was that simple or if there was something else to it.
No. It was literally that simple.
Okay.
Sometimes I do simple things on my games.
And those papers that were undersigned by him, those were specific bills leading towards something else, or
they seem to be bills referencing the building of the construction of the manor.
And each of those different people, I'm assuming it was a different aspect of the building of the manor?
Correct.
Okay. With Luanil's help there, that date in the future, is there anything that rings a bell about that? Or like if I know if it would fall across a holiday or some other type of event, something of that nature?
Roll a just roll me an intelligence check here.
All right.
Not really, no. It's too far. It's too far in the future, and trying to calculate that precise date that far in the future is it's not working out for you right now.
All right. That is interesting. It's pretty specific. All right. Might need to get some assistance from Sam and potentially Braun. He's pretty smart with some of these things.
Yeah, they're probably better at it than I am.
All right.
Talking of Braun, sorry, carry on.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna end with I'm just too unfamiliar in the ways of this world.
And really quick, was I able to find any of the type of paperwork I'm looking for in this desk?
You found. I'm gonna say, what was your investigation check? 14.
14.
Yeah, sure. You found a deed.
Okay.
You found a deed. It was rolled up very simply. This deed, however, does not refer to this mansion. It refers to a very simple home located in the south of the hegemony.
And who was the home to?
The home is to William Lewis. As I said, it refers to a very simple home in the south of Germany, in a town called Staten-on-Tye.
Staten-on-High?
Tye. Staten-on-Tye. Staten, S-T-A-T-T-O-N, on, and then Tye, T-Y-E. And the deed belongs to William Lewis. But it does not. But it refers to a very simple home there. It does not refer to this mansion.
Is it the handwriting familiar to what we've seen and can recognize as being either Williams or?
Yes. I'm going to say this. You have enough papers and things from William Lewis to be able to make that comparison easily. Yes.
Is there and just out of curiosity, is there a definite difference between William Lewis and Evan Dane's handwriting?
That is going to require much more detailed investigation of all the papers that you have,
Okay.
and you have not done that yet.
Okay. Can I pop that out real quick?
Do you have some papers belonging to Evan?
None of the papers there. I thought some of the papers that were like the fake bills that were written by Evan.
These have been undersigned by William Lewis.
Okay. Now, so all of William Lewis's writing had that, some of the letters that had that dragony script to it too?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe one of your characters does, and Sam is there helping you search. And do you mention this to him?
Yes.
Okay. He also, well, I've got this diary. He pulls out a diary, and it is written by Evan Dane.
Oh, okay.
It appears to be. So yes, you can now quickly perform an investigation check. However, this is very quick, so as you are just glancing between the two. Unfortunately, just glancing between the two in that very short amount of time, it's very difficult to see if there are actually any specific differences between the two.
All right.
Talking of Braun, so I'm afraid I am going to have to skip to other characters now. Talking of Braun, because we haven't seen Braun for a little while. Who? Who's this person we're referring to? Daria does eventually return to you with a short, stocky individual who you also recognise to be a fellow dwarf. They are very clearly somebody used to working with metal. They seem to be somebody in this very thick leather apron on, with these metalworking tools tools shoved into various different pockets. And as he walks in, there is this very gruff noise. Who's the person I need to help here now?
Oh, hi. I just wanted to be able to talk and get some ideas of what we could potentially ask you to be doing.
Aye, no worries about that. What can I help you with? No, I'm good, thank you very much.
Okay, well, let me
Name's Thobomil, by the way, and he holds out a very thick, meaty hand to you.
Oh, yeah, I just both hands around his. Ron,
he clasps your hand in this very firm grip that you know to be very familiar of a blacksmith, as it were, and gives you this massive shake. Pleasure to meet you, Braun. Right,
oh,
I heard.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can let go now. Just fight. Let go.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. I heard you need some help.
Yeah, have you ever worked at Steelwood before? Hello?
Sorry about that.
It's
Only my
going
player.
live on stream now.
That was not live. That was not live. So only my players heard me yelling just then. My apologies to my players with regards to that, and my apologies to you guys on stream.
Shall
I had
we
to
translate for them then?
No. I just had to just go and deal with something just then. But what was I talking about? Oh yes. I have worked with Steelwood before now. It's a bit of an odd one, really. It functions a lot like wood, but it also functions a lot like metal. It requires a certain skill set and knowledge of carpentry and metalwork at the same time. Do you have that sort of skills?
I am particularly good at woodworking. I'm good at carpentry and other woodworking things, but metal is not necessarily my strongest suit.
Right, okay then. Well, alright, so you've not had a lot of work with forges then?
Myself, no. We do have other workers that do work in metal. I'm just not sure they may be up to what we need. And so I need
Right,
someone to
okay.
take a look at them.
This might be a bit more of a difficult job. I could do it for you, but then I do work for the Temple of Ignis, but you know, I might need to take a little bit of a cut, if that makes sense.
Oh, that does 100% make sense if we decide to go that route.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna show him the details of the deal and be like, exactly how much steel wood do you think we would need to be able to finish this?
Well, this is
You've worked with
it's quite a big table here. You're looking at least 3.5 steel wood, I reckon. Just to make this. I mean, it's just to make this, and the 3.5
trees worth?
No, not 3.5. Just a tree and a half.
Oh,
So
okay.
one tree and a half a tree is probably about as much as you're looking there. Yeah. And that's how much I usually do. That's how much just to make this, and obviously I want a little bit of... I'd like to take a cut, and by that I mean I'd like to take the remaining steel wood. So if you make it 2 trees, that should be enough. That's gonna set you back though about 1,000 gold pieces. Aye.
Okay, that's expensive.
Aye,
Okay,
one tree is about 500 in it of itself. And that's not
Okay.
not including import costs, which is about another 50% on top of that.
So we're looking at about 1,500%.
You're looking about that much, yeah. 1,500 gold pieces just to get 2 trees of steel wood.
Okay. And that would cover your cut as well.
That would cover my cut, yeah. My cut would be just the remaining steel wood, so you wouldn't need to worry about paying. I just want to have it so I can make some nice stuff, if you know what I mean.
Alright, so we least need to charge a pretty hefty price up front. At least half to be able to cover some of the cost of what we're going to be doing.
Aye.
Okay.
And then obviously there's obviously your costs on top of that as well, so...
Oh, yes. Yes. This will be expensive. I hope they realize that, whoever they are. Well, alright. Thank you very much. Let's see, they're all the way there. It's going to take at least... How long is it going to take to transport, probably, if I put the order in?
If you put the order in, owing good weather and the like, you're looking probably about 2 to 3 months, so long as you don't do it through Turtle. If you do it through Turtle, it'll be quicker. Obviously, you're looking about 2 weeks, but then obviously the cost goes up even more.
All right, we'll present the plan to them. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you very much. Here, if you want to tour the facilities, this is where I prefer you to be working on it, just so I can always check in on you, make sure everything's going okay, and if you need anything, you can come to me.
Of course, I don't mind that. Although I will have access to that, and he starts pointing out the various places that he needs access to. Two of which he regards as the most important is the smithy, and the forge that goes with the smithy, and the carpentry station. And he also says that in order to work with this material, those 2 stations would need to be in very close proximity to each other, so that you're able to switch between the 2 stations very quickly, owing to the fact of how the wood works.
Okay, I think it'll be easier to probably move the woodworking stuff over to the forge than moving the forge, in all honesty. So
I
I'm
think
pretty
that'd be a good
we can
idea.
take care of that. Okay, this shouldn't be a problem. We have a couple more orders we'll try to get through before we really work on this one. But this is good to know. As soon as the order comes in, I'm going to call out to you. I'm probably going to look into the turtle cost, but if not, I'll just come to you and tell you when we're expecting it, so you can free up your schedule. How long will this take to make if I'm helping you?
If you're helping me, well, as long as you help with the carpentry stuff, I will guide your arms in that. But if you're helping me, you're reducing it from about a month to about 3 weeks.
All right, that's fine. That's fine by me. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you again so much, and I'll be getting. So take a look around. After you do, other than the two things you mentioned before, point at anything else, give it to Daria, and I'll point out Daria, the woman who went to go get you, and we'll get everything situated. So thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure. Pleasure in getting to know you, Braun. And I hope to be able to make your acquaintance in more than just a business capacity. You know, artistic like and all that.
Right. Sure. Okay.
And you'd leave him awkwardly.
Yeah, I just like do the Irish goodbye if I could.
No worries, sure, absolutely. And he begins to walk around the facility, making various comments to Daria. Across the city, we have a combat to finish, do we not? Darrakir.
We'll see.
It is. Apologies. I was hoping to get to your combat a little bit quicker than that, but the match took a little bit longer than I thought it would.
As is everything.
As everything
this
always.
evening, I believe.
Yeah, as everything. But yes, it is the turn of Ebros, I believe it is. Let me have a quick look at my initiative tracker here. It is indeed Ebros. Yes, it is indeed Ebros. Because Cassius then went, and now it's Ebros. Yes, Ebros is going to try. Ebros is going to after striking you from the front and seeing the distraction that Cassius has caused you, is going to try and come back at you from the right hand side, trying to get your sword arm to hopefully make you drop your sword. He does not hit,
Jesus.
Unfortunately. You are able. You see the blow coming and move your arm in a way so that the sword glances off your pauldron. He growls at you. He's like, "You are not going to get us today." It is your turn.
Bloody
Who was-
boss fuck!
Who was that on?
On him, of course.
On Ebros. Yeah. He's a nimble little fucker. He is.
Yeah.
He's a nimble little fucker, and he sees what's happening and takes the blow on his shield. He yelps with pain as your greatsword crashes against it. It's a hard hit, and you definitely feel that you might have broken something there, but he stands firm.
Okay.
Cassius, emboldened by the strike that he did against the back of...
bloody boss fuck, yes.
Yeah, well, that, and also the fact he managed to hit you on the back of your head, and Ebros being there as well, is going to strike at you. Oh yeah, Ebros should have also got advantage on that. He does indeed hit. He misses. Wow, he misses. Good lord.
Good stuff.
Does he miss?
Next.
Does he actually miss?
15, yes, he misses.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he does miss. You again. You sense it coming and just move your shoulder aside to take the blow. Enough of this nonsense. And Ebros is going to try and stab at you from the front. And he does with a natural 20. He stabs straight into the weak point underneath your armpits, doing 13 points of damage to you.
Hellish rebuke.
He has to do a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Yes.
His dexterity saving throw will be a 6, so he does take 15. However, he is resistant to fire damage, so he takes what's half 15, so that'll be 7. Oh boy. How do you kill him?
Oh, I kill him.
Yes.
Nice. Well, he hits me, so while that sword hits my armor and goes through, the hellish rebukes into his sword, through the fire damage goes through his sword and just burns away his arm and parts of his torso.
Very nice. Yes, the fire explodes across his arm and his torso. He screams in pain before the fire starts to choke his lungs, and he starts coughing and falls to the ground, wheezing and burning. It is your turn.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to look to my great weapon mastery, but I don't think that applies for this because it's a spell. Okay, that's up to you.
Okay.
If I score a critical hit or reduce a creature to 0 hit point, well, with a melee weapon. So no, doesn't go.
With a melee weapon, so no, it doesn't count.
I turn around and chop off the head of the blue guy.
Alright, roll me your attack, sir. Absolutely hits. Very much so. Roll me your damage.
Yes, and I will add Thunderous Smite to that. Thunderous Smite. Let me see. Will be 2d6. So there's this, and then.
Alright, you don't even need to roll the rest. Yeah. Yes. You turn with your hellish rebuke. You turn around, and he's not expecting it. The sword comes circling round. His head not only gets lopped from his shoulders, but with your thunderous smite on there, it basically gets launched up into the ceiling, where it splatters across the roof, leaving this.
No.
Okay,
no,
what does it do then? Tell me.
I want to push him and his head and his body back 10 feet towards the grate.
It does so. It gets shoved backwards 10 feet into the crate. The crate's just clatter and.
Grate.
Oh, the grate.
Yes.
Okay.
Towards. Doesn't have to
Sure.
hit it.
Sure. Yeah, no, it will be in that
for my next part of the
next part of the thing, whatever you want to do. It
yes,
definitely
this
does.
Is not done
It's
yet.
His body just gets scattered across the floor, blood spurting from the decapitation across the pillar, across the supporting pillar behind him, and across the floor as well. He's very much dead.
Okay, very good. First and foremost, I'm gonna use some lay on hands on myself because
sure. That hurt a bit.
I took some hits, so I'll take 20.
Sure.
Secondly, how big of a mess is the floor?
Which area would you like to? Are you talking about?
Around me.
Around you, there is the smouldering corpse of Ebros, and he is he's definitely left a mess. And there is the splatter of blood extending away.
In the sense of ashes, or mess in the sense of blood?
No, in terms of blood, very little right now.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the 2 corpses and toss them into the grate, down into the sewers.
Okay.
System.
Yep. You do that.
Lock the grate. Whilst I'm back up.
There is still the blood pool that has been made by the body.
I can understand, but I first have to get rid of the bodies.
Yeah, no, of course, you do that.
And then I'll clean up the blood as good as I can with the. I don't lock the grate yet because I have to dump the towels I'm gonna use for this as well into the.
Sure. Sure.
And then I lock it and walk out of the front door.
As
if nothing has happened. But before I walk out of the front door, I'm gonna look into the offices and everything to see if there's anything else that I can pick some information from, or just interesting stuff. And
sure,
I rumble through the bodies for gold, of course.
In terms of gold, there's very little gold on them, but you do manage to produce about 5 gold pieces in total between the 2 bodies.
Okay.
Just roll me a medicine check here quickly.
Medicine check.
For the blood. It's gonna take you a while. You just needed not to biff it, but it's going to take you a little while. And you realise that the towels are going to be very, very bloody, and your hands are also going to be quite bloody too.
No, I have my gloves.
Your gloves are going to get bloody. Whichever.
I'm fully armored, so yeah. But the gloves you can easier clean than.
This
than
is true.
flesh.
Yeah. This is true. This is true. You are lucky because you do know that these places do contain barrels of water and things like that. So you are particularly is the fact that
I'm
they
pretty
do.
familiar with this.
Yeah, exactly. And these places also contain animals, and so those animals also need to be watered and fed, obviously, as well. So you do know that there are barrels of water. Roll me an investigation check as you go through the offices of this place.
Better.
It's a general investigation check. You know that these places contain chests of various gems that are used with spellcasting, and so you are able to find a very small bag of loose, uncut gems of various different sizes, various different qualities, and very different types. I'll send you later what sort of types are in there, as well.
Put them in my inventory.
Yep, no worries. I'll probably send you a list of the general ones that you get in there. In the sort of guard room office, you find various different pieces of paper, various different papers regarding to the inventory that of this warehouse, which again I can send you later, as well as as well as also another receipt made out to again a similar signature of to the piece of paper that was shoved into your hand from Cassus. And on this piece of paper it says for the requisites. No, that's the wrong way of saying it. For the Mage of Manus Patel.
Do I know that name?
You do.
Figured.
You do.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. Anything else of interest in the sense of weapons?
There are
inventories that are worth selling.
There are a few weapons here. There are a couple of short swords, as well as a couple of long swords in the upstairs room. Sorry, downstairs room, which would have been used for the tieflings. But you also get the sense that most these swords are relatively poor quality and have been put here out of the way, probably to be sold or moved on to somewhere. There, in terms of actual interesting stuff here, you have pretty much cleared it out.
Okay. I'll make sure everything is clean.
Cool.
Lock the door behind me, since I took the key.
Of course.
And just leave it as it is, left by the tieflings that used to work here.
Indeed, you do. You.
And I go back to the inn where we would meet each other. And
no worries. You walk out the door as nonchalant as possible.
I'm not nonchalant. I'm a tiefling.
Yeah.
People won't.
They won't do anything to you. Yeah.
As I belong.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
walk out of there as I belong there.
That's what you do. That's what I mean. You're nonchalant. It's just this is my thing. This is my place.
Just to make sure that everything is
normal. Everything is fine. Everything is perfect, as that song goes.
Yeah. This is just my job.
This is your job. You walk out the door, and head towards the tavern in your normal way, having done a good day's work, you feel. And you also get a sense, you also have a very strong sense from your patron that you did something good there.
Oh yes.
You very much feel that. My
patron is very happy with this.
He's very happy with this. He's very, very happy with this. And I think that is actually going to be a very good point to end today's session. We're going to see what that turns out to in later times. But yeah, that is going to be.
I have a feeling.
We shall see. But I hope you guys had fun today.
We might not want to stay too long in this city.
Well, who knows? Who knows? I hope you guys had fun today.
Yeah. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going to do a very quick round robin in terms of the memorable moments for today. Unfortunately, Marius, who plays Sam, did have to head off early today because he had a previous engagement which he couldn't get out of, unfortunately. But starting with Kairos, memorable moment, please, sir. If you
My
have one.
memorable moment was when Marius left. It was the best part of the magazine. No, there was a lot of different things. It was kind of fun. A lot of this was just kind of like story filler, but important still to get things established and where we want to go. I like how Braun's digging through getting his business stuff taken care of. It was kind of smooth and interesting. I liked it.
Very much so. A lot of fun there. Really a lot of fun. Luminal?
Well, I was really sad. Marius had to leave early because we had a lot of fun roleplay moments. I feel in the mansion. Felt really good, and Braun being really happy he made a new friend was a great moment for me.
Yes, Braun's awkwardness. I love Braun. I love Braun. He's wonderfully awkward. He's so wonderfully awkward. I want to give him a hug, and make him feel awkward about it. But yeah, no, it was sad that Marius had to leave us earlier. So, but there were some really fun roleplaying moments between you guys earlier. Darrakir?
Yes.
Memorable moments? Dare I ask?
Memorable moments. Well, just in general, it's nice to have been able to put a bit more of a face to this character. I really liked the fact that we were with the entire group today.
Yay!
That's for memorable moments.
Oh
That
yeah.
was, and the role playing of the group is just nice, and I personally like to see more of Ron, but yeah,
We'll get
can't
there.
have it all.
We will get there. This was a bit more everybody else centered than Braun centered. But talking of Braun, did you have a memorable moment today?
Oh yeah, the very awkward friendship that I now apparently have to have that I will 100% not be dealing with ever in my life. No. I enjoyed a little mystery of still finding out more stuff in the mansion, and then once again just watching almost Progenitas happen again to Darrakir was terrifying.
Oh yes, that was definitely a case of, oh my god, are we really gonna go have another Progenitas? Please, let's not have another
I
Progenitas.
do want to point out that I was not the one sending me there.
No, you were not the one sending you there. This is also very true. But that was also the logical thing that Darrakir would do. If he was going to go off and do something himself, he was probably going to go and do that. But I'm very curious to see what Darrakir will say now as to his tasks, his research, and how successful that was to his fellows. We are going to go and raid somebody here, and I see... Hey, World Anvil is live, so we're going to go and raid them. Because World Anvil's awesome, and World Anvil is the place I store all my world building stuff. So if you want to have a fun and awesome place to store world building, go check them out. They're really cool. But yeah, we're going to go and raid them. I hope you guys had fun, enjoyed today. Please do give a like, give a follow, and all that kind of stuff. And thank you very much to Neurotic Mech and Laura Bones. Neurotic Mech for the follow, and Laura Bones for the raid. So thank you both very much for that. I will be back next week on Thursday, not Sunday, Thursday, for some more D&D with my chaotic crew, whom I love dearly. And hopefully again the Sunday after, with these guys who I'll get this right. These guys here who are far more serious and far more less chaotic than Thursday. Otherwise, there might be other bits and pieces that will be happening on the stream. It's holiday season, so there is no schedule. So just keep an eye for the notifications when they come on Twitch as to when I go live. Take care, everyone. Love yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.